Weekdays at Bernie segment tonight, as everybody knows, Chris Wallace moderated the debate last night. It was no easy assignment.
But Hillary Clinton wanted the wall.
Well,
we are a country of laws. And by the way,
no, wait. I'd like to hear from. I'd like to hear from Secretary Clinton.
Excuse me. Putin has outsmarted her in Syria. He's outsmarted her every step of the way.
I do get to ask some questions.
Yes,
and I would like.
Joining us now from North Carolina, Bernie Goldberg. So let's give Wallace a grade here, Bernie. You first.
I give him an A+.
Wow.
I thought an A+. I thought the questions were good questions. They were focused and relevant. He, very importantly, did not make himself the story, and he was fair and balanced. But don't take my word for it. Let's go to the Bible that liberals go to get their guidance. I will read you one sentence from that Bible, the New York Times. Mr. Wallace mixed humor with scolding and persistence with patience to guide his charges toward the most substantive encounter of an unusually vicious election. I agree.
Okay. I'm not going to give you my grade because I got Wallace on tomorrow, and so I'm going to give him the grade face-to-face like any good teacher would do. But I thought that Wallace, people don't understand watching how difficult it is, particularly when you're that far away. See, I can control this program pretty well because the guests in the studio are like literally 2 feet from me, and on the satellite I can cut your mic and then make fun of you, but I could just cut your mic off. But there he couldn't do anything, and if they wanted to keep talking, which both of them did, all right, both of them yammered through his questions, there's nothing he could do about it. I mean, unless he throws something at them. But so I thought he did pretty well, and he got a lot in the 90 minutes. They got a lot of subjects in. The one thing that I would do that Wallace didn't do, and I want your opinion on this, is that if somebody says something like Hillary Clinton did, well, it's only about economics, the open border, or it's only about energy. That's what he said. It's only about energy, open border. I would say clearly it isn't, Madam Secretary, and then I would read the quote.
You know, I do agree with you on that. As a matter of fact, when she said last night that her dream, her word, of open borders was about energy, I was live tweeting during the debate, and I said, really, who knew that?
But that's not what she said in that speech to the bankers. We have the words.
But come on, I have a dream of open borders for energy? No, it's for people.
Right.
I mean, I guess he could have said, as you know, I don't like second-guessing people who do live television, but I guess he could have said, Mrs. Clinton, come on, really? But that's a minor pick. I give him an A+.
All right. Now, do you think that Wallace was too tough on Trump when he brought up the rigged business and are you going to respect the election results? Was that a fair question? Was he too tough?
No, he wasn't too tough. That was a great question. And predictably, even if Trump supporters don't care that he said, I can't automatically tell you right now that I'm going to support the results, and nothing he says or does is going to matter to his most loyal acolytes. But it was important because I think it sank whatever small chances he still had. But he did it for a reason. He did it for a reason. Donald Trump's massive ego will not let him accept the idea that he might lose unless the system is rigged, unless the fix is in. So if the fix is in, of course he can't automatically accept the results. It's a circular argument.
Yeah,
it's
but
a
you're being a
ridiculous one.
Psychologist now. You're analyzing him because you don't have any basis in fact for
that. Here's a political analysis then. If Donald Trump winds up hemming and hawing and not supporting enthusiastically, or at least as enthusiastically as a loser can support the result, if he can't support the result in 2016, what do you think his most passionate supporters are going to do in 2020? You think they're going to hop on board the Republican bandwagon? Because I don't.
It depends on who the person is. But anyway, Trump today clarified, but as we said in the talking points memo, in the court of public opinion didn't do him any good.